everybody, and welcome to a new Sims 4 speed build. And this time we are on Sulani building a little beach house. Now it could be a house that you use perhaps as a holiday home, or your Sims could live here in Sulani enjoying the island lifestyle and making their lives, their stories, their adventures here in Sulani. As you can see, it's got a lovely little deck off the back. And I think that gets changed around in a little bit. And when I put the stairs in, I realised that it's huge. So I squish it down a little bit because it's nice to have a big house and be spacious, but what you don't want is massive amounts of area that your Sims don't use. And that's a lesson for real life too, just so you know. So we're working out the roofs here, and I really wanted to go with something that was very beachy and felt like it belonged on the island. So we've got our basic, the exterior floor plan planned out, and now I'm just sort of looking at what kind of wall colours and paints and things and finishes might go together. I really love the thatch roofs, but I do change it because it just didn't suit the style of the house that I wanted to achieve. So here we are getting the stairs, and again I squished them in a little bit closer in a little minute. I'm not sure how long, and I really wanted to use some of the fencing that came with the Island Living Pack. But it's all in really bright colours, and you will see me use it in just a little minute. But I couldn't quite get it to match that beautiful teal that I really wanted on the walls there, the planking on the walls. So we go with this little wooden one. I do change it out in a little minute to try the colours, and then I change it back, which you will see. And any second now I'm going to go, you know what, I don't like the thatch roof, so we change it to the gorgeous distressed and aged metal roofs, which I really love. So we are putting in what will become the bathroom, and I had an idea that perhaps I could put a laundry room in here, but it doesn't end up being a laundry room, and you'll see it a little bit later in the build. I tried for something that felt open, but also felt also protected from, the weather that you're likely to get from the ocean. Sometimes you have high winds, sometimes you have, cyclone or hurricane-ish sort of stuff. So I really wanted to make sure that it felt protected from that, but still felt open and, really caught the sea breezes and brought the ocean outside, the feel of it into the internal. So there we are, replacing that with that beautiful rich mustard coloured tin roof. And we also do change the front facing of the home in shortly as well. I'm not going to say in a little minute again. I heard myself say that way too often. So we're just getting the windows set, and again I do change them out to meet some of the walls, because some of them are actually windows across walls, which you can see there into the bathroom. So my original plan was to put a master bedroom on the top floor, have that front room as a child's bedroom and the back room as a laundry, but then I thought, you know what, we're on holidays, we don't want to do laundry. So, and I mean, to be honest, who wants to do laundry normally? So I didn't include it, but you could absolutely redesign the room so that that back room was a laundry, and the front room, which I have turned into another master size bedroom, could be a room for a couple of children, or indeed staying as the master size room. So we've moved inside, and I'm onto the kitchen. I would really love it if they would update and give us island benches for our island counters. And also, just a note here, the only items you will see me refreshing the filter a couple of times through here, the only items we have used for this build is base game and island living. So if that's the only pack that you've got, you can absolutely use every part of this house. So I wanted to make the kitchen seem like, you know, holiday homes have lots of storage and they seem to have lots of spare sets of cutlery and crockery. They have lots of little knick-knacky storage. And I love these modular wall cabinets that came with Island Living, but I put them up there, but I just didn't think they worked. So in the end, I changed them out, but you will see that in a minute. So I'm just having a look around the house now, making sure that I've got windows. I'm actually, while I was making this, I was in a group with some other people chatting, and they were watching. I wasn't live streaming it, and I was getting advice and things, and they were asking questions. So that's why there's a little bit of camera swinging around there. So we have put a dishwasher in. Their opinion was not to bring that green colour in on the microwave, but to settle for white instead. So I also wanted to have an actual dining area, but I didn't want to make it too big because I'd love to encourage the use of the deck. And we do get rid of those modular cabinets in a minute and, you know, change it out for something else. And I really wanted to use more of the island living items to, you know, sort of increase that feel that it was part of Solani and part of the beach. Oh gosh, excuse me, part of the beach culture. And so I really desperately did try, but I couldn't really make these work with the vision that I had of the room. So here I am trying to use that understair space and for something useful. Putting a television there, I know they would watch it from the couch there or from the love seat, but I don't know, it never didn't really fit having a TV cabinet. So I thought about these cupboards that are part of the children's stuff that came in a free update, and they've got some really cute little icons on them, and we did think about putting them there again to encourage that feeling that it's a beach house and it's got a little more storage space. And that was just me getting the sim to walk upstairs to make sure that it wasn't interfering with the stairs. But in the end, I get rid of those as well because I just didn't like the way they felt. And I'm just making sure that I've got actual white stairs there because you know how light plays with the game, and I wasn't sure. I thought I might have clicked on the grey, but no, that's white. So again, I'm looking at the Solani and the island living wallpapers, and none of the wood ones really suited. And again, I wanted a little more space in both of the areas, so we have created a little bump out on the front, and I think it's kind of cute. What I really wanted on the back is to do one wall of that teal as well, but I couldn't make it match up. So we just left it at the front. So there you can see I've changed the cupboards out, and I'm just about to put in a couch, love seat. And I've gone for the colour on the walls is the same colour all the way through the house, all the bedrooms, all the bathrooms, just because it's that pale green bordering on the teal, and it feels very beachy and very breezy to me, and that's what I really wanted to achieve, is to get the feeling that you were in a beach house. Oh gosh, excuse me. Couldn't really make this work. Didn't really work with a desk there, so in the end we put a little ottoman there with that same sort of teal blue colour and a few little bits and pieces in front of it on the wall, I think, and we just leave it as like a little sitting area close to the bookshelf where you could curl up with a book if you wanted. So that's our little living room. And we don't have a lot of skill building items in this. I think the bookshelf is probably the only one, unless you count the kitchen for cooking. And I'm just moving the couch off the curtains there, because having the curtains go, seem to go through the couch just doesn't look right. So this is how you put clutter on benches without it sitting on a snap point. You put it there, you move the bench, then you move the clutter item to the right spot, and put your bench back. So we've got a little, I initially had it on the bench there and I had candles on the table, but I swapped it out to put that beautiful Sulani fruit bowl on the table, thinking that, there was people would come through from the front door, headed out to the deck and pick up a piece of the gorgeous tropical fruit on their way out. So we're just about done with the living room here, and I'm just checking to make sure that the things that you can see from the outside are the things that I want you to see from the outside. So we're moving on to our first bedroom at the front, and as you can see, I'm making it a master size bedroom with a double bed in it. You could absolutely renovate this into a children's bedroom with 1 or 2, maybe even 3 beds in here for your sim children, for your family to visit their holiday home. And again, I will move this so that we get the clutter in a bit better spot than what it's just going into by the snap point. So you can see I want those items off to the side a little bit, and just a little bit of light over it. The light sometimes in The Sims is a little bit funky. So, things that you think you see a particular color on an item or on the walls or whatever, and when you get lights on it, it's something different. So I did try and make sure that all of the corners were lit so that you could see the items. There's no dark pokey corners. And as you can see, I did toy with putting an ottoman at the foot of the bed, but in the end I decided not. So we've moved on to the little children's bedroom at the back. As I said, this could very easily be renovated into a laundry rather than a children's bedroom, but I thought it was kind of cute to put a tiny little room here, which would have room for a second bed if you wanted to put 2 children in there. I haven't included any toys as such. I've sort of decorated it like it would be a room at a beach house rather than a children's room that would live there. So if your Sims are planning to live here, you could absolutely put some little toys and things in there that your Sims could enjoy. So now we are upstairs and just getting, doors fixed and things like that. Upstairs we have a master bedroom and a study and sitting area and a bathroom. My plan was to put a little, one of those wardrobes that are indented in there, but turns out that they're not base game or from Island Living, so I couldn't, so we've made it a little bump out and put our little dresser in there with a few little cutesy pie things. I think I put one of those gorgeous vases that look like a shell, or a one that has been slightly weathered or worn away by the ocean, and then I put another plant inside it, so I've turned it into a vase rather than just an ornament on its own, which I think is quite effective. Little tip for you. I don't know if my tips are useful. I hope so. And just decorating the room itself, making it feel like it's a little bit luxurious. It has an ensuite bathroom, so your Sims, this is the master bedroom essentially, and the room downstairs is really a double guest room is what I would call it. But again, you could put 2 children in there. I haven't bothered about showing you the decoration of either bathrooms, but you do get to see them in the screenshots. And I think they're kind of cute. Again, we carry through the beachy theme. We've got a little office here and a desk with a little, just the cheapest computer. And those chairs were messing with my eyes a little bit because they're transparent. It took me a little bit to work out where the correct placement was, because you could see the curtain through the chair, and I don't like curtains going into chairs. So we've got a few little decorative items up there, and again, it's not too personalized. This house does feel very much to me like it's a little beach shack that people perhaps rent out, like I don't know, an Airbnb or something like that, or that they use purely as a holiday home and might rent out when they don't want it. So, but you could absolutely take out a few of the paintings. Some of them are a little bit on the expensive side, and more personalize it more for what your Sims are planning to do. So we're getting some lights in here, and I'm just checking there. You saw it flash to darkness, how it looks at night time. Getting now onto the garden. Sand lots are hard to decorate because you wouldn't have a lot of flowers unless you had some more soil or loamy type soil. But there's with the new update, with the buy and build stuff that you can find in there, you can put some beautiful stuff in, like the grasses that we put in, which would be appropriate on a sandy area, and these gorgeous hanging plants. In fact, all of the plants that are outside here, I think, except for the palm trees, they are from that Build and Buy catalogue, which you can see me looking through. A lot of the plants that are outside are from that Build and Buy catalogue. I think those pink flowers, the grasses, and the two bushes off to the left there around the trees. Really, there's some amazing stuff, and I can't wait to use cars. Who's as excited about cars as I am? Probably nobody. But I can't wait to see houses built with garages that you can actually put real cars in, instead of upsizing the toy cars, which always look a little bit funky. So I am just having a bit of a look at the various items. I've chucked a couple of those gorgeous little starfish there because I think they would be appropriate to be sort of lying around a house on the beach. And that cute little fence there, and so a little bit of terrain painting just to green the sand up to match what's outside of the lot. Not a whole lot, because we don't want to, it's not a grass lot, it's a sand lot. And here is parking for your boat or skimmer or whatever they call them, so that you can have one. If your sim is here, they can just pull right up. And the last little bit I think I'm doing is putting, a beautiful little glass roof over the deck. And I discovered when I put the glass roof like that, when I looked inside, it had actually taken away part of the roof. So I do go back and fix the back of it so that it's not. And yes, I remembered the bins. One outside, well, I might not have put one outside. I hope I did. But, well, you can put one outside anyway. And just fixing up that back roof over the deck, because as you can see, it cut off part of the ceiling in the living area or over the dining table actually. So just making it all match up, and so it looks like it's all one piece. Here we are in the screenshots, living room, the beautiful kitchen. I would love to cook in there. As you can see, we did include the bathrooms in the screenshots, that front master size bedroom, the children's bedroom, and upstairs to that gorgeous little sitting area. I'd love to work there, and the upstairs master bedroom and bathroom. I hope wherever you are today, whatever you are doing, you have a simply beautiful day. If you'd like to create this house, there it is for you, the layout. And I'd love to hear what your Sims get up to if you download this house from the gallery.